On a summer afternoon, surrounded by the old shelves of the library, Turo was engrossed in a history book. He was particularly fascinated by ninjas and admired their splendid technique and mysterious world. If I were a ninja, thinking this, he reached out for an old scroll. The moment his fingers touched it, a blinding light filled the room, and Turo lost consciousness. When he came to, he found himself in an unfamiliar landscape. Rows of wooden houses lined the streets, and people in communes. The words of the people passing by were unfamiliar. Turo looked around, not knowing where he was. Is this Edu? Just as this thought crossed his mind, he heard a voice from behind him. Boy, what's wrong? He turned around and saw an old man with gray hair standing there. He was wearing a dark green outfit and had a sword on his waist. He looked just like a ninja. Turo couldn't hide his surprise. Where am I? The old man smiled brightly. This is Edo. I'm a ninja from this village. Where are you from? Turo desperately explained what had happened to him. The old man listened and saw his talent. I see. You have the potential to be a ninja. Would you like to become my apprentice and train with me? Turo was filled with surprise and joy. It was like a dream to become a ninja. Yes, please. Thus, Turo began his path to becoming a ninja in the Edo period. The old ninja's mansion was in a quiet place surrounded by deep greenery. Turo realized that his real ninja training would begin there. The training, which began at dawn every morning, was extremely harsh. The stealthy step was made to walk over tatami mats over and over again, so as not to make even the sound of a single dead leaf. The wall running was a daily training of the legs and hips to easily jump over high walls. The shuriken thrower would throw hundreds of shuriken until they hit the center of the target. At first, the training felt tough, but gradually it became fun. He could feel his stamina increasing and his skills improving. The old ninja was pleased with Turo's growth and taught him many things. He learned not only about ninjutsu, but also about the ninja mindset and bushido. A ninja is not someone who simply hides in the shadows. He must act for the sake of the world and for the sake of people. The old ninja's words resonated deeply with Turo. In between training, he would go out to the town of Edo with the old ninja. The bustling markets, the lives of the people, the beautiful scenery. To Turo, the town of Edo was like a stage for an adventure. One day, he met some boys his age in town. They were the old ninja's disciples, and like Turo, they were training to be ninjas. They hit it off right away, and they began to spend fun days training together and exploring the town. Turo, look at this shuriken. Wow, I want to be able to throw like that. Competing with his peers further motivated Turo. The days of training were tough, but Turo felt a sense of fulfillment, the joy of growing as a ninja, the friendship with his peers, and life in the new world of the Edo period. All of these became irreplaceable experiences for Turo. Suddenly, strange incidents began to occur frequently. In the peaceful town of Edo, storehouses were broken into in the middle of the night, and valuables were stolen. One day, the water in the wells throughout the town suddenly dried up. People were driven to anxiety, and the whole town was enveloped in tension. The old ninja was suspicious of these incidents and ordered Taro and his disciples to find out the truth. Someone special is involved in this incident. Enlist the help of the ninja to solve this mystery. Taro and his friends began investigating the incidents with the old ninja's words in mind. During the day, they talked to the townspeople, and at night, they used ninjutsu to investigate in secret. They sneaked into suspicious places on the sly, skillfully used shuriken, and gathered evidence. As they continued their investigation, Taro and his friends noticed something. The same footprints were always left behind at the crime scene. They were not human, but were like the footprints of some animal. What kind of footprints are these? One of the friends asked. Could it be a monster? Another said jokingly. Taro had no intention of believing such rumors. However, the case became more and more complicated, and Taro and his friends began to feel uneasy. Meanwhile, they discovered that one of their friends was planning to betray them. He had been bribed by the mastermind of the case and had been leaking information about Taro and his friends. How could this happen? Taro was shocked at being betrayed. However, he cooperated with the rest of his friends and succeeded in catching the traitor. I will never forgive you, Taro said angrily to the traitor. The truth of the incident is still shrouded in mystery, but Taro and his friends never give up. They deepen their bonds with their comrades, believe in the power of ninjutsu, and push forward to solve the case. Even after the incident was solved, Taro enjoyed life in Edo, but somewhere in his heart, he had a desire to return to the present. One night, the old ninja called Taro. Taro, I don't know why you're here, but you may have a great mission. The old ninja took out an old book. It was the same as the scroll Taro had first touched. This scroll seems to have the power to transcend time and space. The answer to why you came here and how to return to your original time may lie within it. The old ninja said this and handed the book to Taro. Taro read the book through the night. There are various descriptions about time, slip, and Taro slowly unravels the mystery. However, he cannot find a clear answer as to how to return to his original time. Why did I come here? Taro repeatedly asks himself. Life in Edo is fun. He has made friends and improved his skills as a ninja. However, when he thinks about his family and friends he left behind in the present, his heart aches. One day, Taro makes a decision. I will return to the present, but I will never forget what I have learned here, and I want to return to this time again someday. The old ninja nodded quietly upon hearing Taro's decision. I see. I'm sure you can do it. You can always come back to this place. The time to say good day has come. Taro embraces his friends and bows deeply to the old ninja. Then he jumps into the light again and returns to his original time. In the dazzling light, Taro collapses on the floor of the library again. Looking around, it is the usual library. He is enveloped in a mysterious sensation, as if it were a dream. The days he spent in Edo became an irreplaceable treasure for Taro. The physical and mental strength he developed through his ninjutsu training and the ninja mindset he learned from the old ninja were deeply engraved in Taro's heart. When Taro returned to school, he was a little different from before. He started talking to his classmates about what he learned in Edo and actively helping people in trouble. His friends began to call him Reliable Taro, and he became a central figure in his class. His abilities were particularly outstanding during physical education class. His physical abilities, trained through ninjutsu, overwhelmed the other students, and his physical education grades were always at the top of his class. One day, Taro found out that bullying was happening at school. With the ninjutsu he learned in Edo and the teachings of the old ninja in his heart, he stepped in to stop the bullying with a resolute attitude. Taro's courageous actions had a great impact on the entire school, and the bullying problem was resolved. As he grew up, Taro became clear about his dream for the future. His dream was to create a society where people all over the world could live in peace without forgetting the ninja spirit he learned in Edo. He began walking towards that dream. He went on to university and studied international relations. After graduating, he got a job in international cooperation and was active all over the world. He was always able to remain calm and collected, and was able to find solutions even in difficult situations without giving up. This was all thanks to the ninja mindset he had cultivated in Edo. And so, Taro moved towards the future with the hope in his heart that he would one